Hello! Let's continue our Sudoku adventures with Lowest Entropic State by Jaze. So let's have a look here at our grid. So this is quite an interesting looking grid with a lot of very loud X's in it. And we've got a lot going on here. So let's see exactly what is going on in this puzzle. So we have irregular 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. We need to place the digits 1 through 6 exactly once in every row, column, and bold outlined region. So I suppose this is kind of like an irregular 7x7, except the X's have just been done for us. So you can sort of think of the X's as 7s, I suppose, and then sort of tack them onto a random region if you want. But each of these regions needs to have all of 1 through 6 in it. In my brain, it is very clear to me that this has 5 cells. However, when I count them one at a time, it actually does have 6. But I have my eye on this region. I suspect it might be smaller than claimed. But anyway, we need to fit 1 through 6 really in all of these. Also, every 2x2 box must contain exactly 1 low, 1 medium, and 1 high. No digits should be placed in the gray cells. So in this 2x2, for example, I need a low, a medium, and a high digit. And in this one, I need at least 1 of each. Here I get exactly 1 of each because the X doesn't count for anything. So this is my favorite thing. This is a coloring puzzle. So 6 is high, 1 is low, and 4 is medium-y. And so let us get started with this puzzle. So first thing I notice is that these 2 digits have to be zeta, zeta, zeta. 4 is not high. I have been mind-wormed by the Randall puzzle I just did. 4 is medium, so we should give it a different color than high, or this puzzle's going to be awfully difficult. So 1 and 2 are blue, 3 and 4 are yellow, and 5 and 6 are orange. There we go. So the first thing I wanted to say is that I know these are a yellow-blue pair, because basically what this says is that in every 2x2, I need 1 of every color. And so the first thing I noticed was that the 4, in fact, goes here. And I see a lot of consequences of that right away. So what am I talking about? Ignore me. The Zeta who thought 4 was high really got far in this puzzle, let me tell you. The Zeta who believed 4 was high was really ready to tell you all kinds of things. 4 is not high, 4 is medium, so 4 could very well go here. Ignore the Zeta behind the curtain. But what this Zeta, who no longer believes 4 is high, is still willing to tell you is that this cell is orange. And that's because this 2x2 requires in orange, and those 2 aren't orange. So this one is. And so these 2 are also a blue-yellow pair, if you would like to say that. Now, I do know, and I don't have a fantastic way to denote this, but I'm stuck on this whole thing that I was doing in my head back when I thought that 4 was high. One of these is orange, because this 2x2 needs an orange. However, that tells me that this cell can't be orange because there's only 1 more orange in this box. In fact, the orange that's here is a 5. And so this cell is also yellow or blue. And it's therefore only a 2 or a 3 because the 1 and the 4 in the column have already gone away. So we've got that at least. I know by Sudoku that there is a 6 in these cells, because this triangular region needs a 6, and it can't go in the column with a 6. Now, that's going to be the only high digit that gets to exist in these 3 cells, because of this 2x2 needs 1 of every flavor. So the 5 in this box is going to have to go over here. Which, let me tell you, does not sound like it's a profitable line of attack, but I'm going to go for it anyway, because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take or whatever. Now, what I'm really sort of excited by is seeing that I could kind of do the same thing over here, but it's not as good. But let me show you why it's not as good. So first of all, I know that 6 is in one of these cells. Now, if you believed my logic from over here, you might be inclined to say, so 5 is in one of these, and I'm actually going to get a digit in this puzzle. But fear not, dear viewer. We're not going to get any digits in this puzzle because I actually do have room for two highs in this 2x2 because this is not an X. And so the difference between this 6 and that 6 is that there's an X here blocking that off. So there's only room for one of each. Whereas here, this sneaky little cell, that could be a second high. So I could actually have both 5 and 6 down here. Sorry, I shouldn't say this could be a second high. If this is a second high, of course there's not a 5 here. This could be a low or a medium, in which case we would get that. Okay, so I can at least sort of chase this 5 corner mark down to here. So and say that I know one of these two is a 5. And that's because 5 is ruled out of these cells, and 5 is orange. So it's ruled out of those cells too. So one of those two is a 5. So that's going to tell me something about where the 5 is in this row, I suppose. Although that's not, again, super exciting. I'm now willing to contemplate harder things, I think, possibly. So I'm thinking this might be like a star battle kind of thing, where I know this 2x2 contains one of each because of the X. And I know this 2x2 contains one of each. So this up here contains exactly 2 of each. And so what that means is, I guess, that these two are the same color. That doesn't sound useful at all. Okay, let's try and regroup, and let's try and Sudoku another Sudoku for us. I'm really trying to avoid here introducing new sub colors. I might be introducing sub colors as of yet. I'm not quite sure, but I'm trying to avoid it because I'm seeing stuff like, well, if I choose a color for this, then these are the other two, so then that's the same color as that kind of business. But I am really trying to avoid that. This 2x2. Oh, this 2x2 is interesting. Aha, this 2x2. How about I look at this 2x2? This 2x2 is great because it's got an X and a yellow. So these two are, in fact, an orange and a blue. And I know what the orange is because there's a 5 looking down. So there's a 6 here in these two cells to be the orange. Okay, and that's going to rule 6 out of this cell. And it also is going to tell me that these two cells can't be high because there's a 6 marked in the column here and a 5 marked in the column here. So these are yellow or blue. I don't know which one, but I know they're yellow or blue. So we've got that. And that is helpful for the following reason, which I will reveal in due time. If you will just be a bit patient. I might as well mark that I know that these are an orange-yellow pair as well. And I'm actually going to do something that I sometimes do here, which is I'm actually going to put a red line here to mark that not only do I know each of these cells is orange or yellow, but I know that one of them is orange and one of them is yellow. And likewise here, I know one of these is orange and one of them is blue. I know one of these is yellow and one of these is blue. I know one of these is yellow and one of these is blue. Just to sort of keep track of what I actually know about colors. And so I think what I actually know about the world now is I think I know the color of this digit if I add that to my sort of notation. Because I've used both blues and I've used both oranges. So this cell is unequivocally yellow. And if it's yellow, I know which yellow digit it is. It's not the yellow 5, I can reveal, my sources tell me, because 5 is not yellow, 5 is orange. That dislodged this 5 corner mark, so in fact, this digit is 5. And also remember, the only 2 yellow digits are 3 and 4, and this one sees a 4, so that's a 3. Okay, now this 2 by 2, it needs an orange, and that orange has to go here, and because of that 6, this orange is a 5. So we've got that. So we have all of that, do we? This could be anything as far as this 2 by 2 is concerned. This 2 by 2 I know needs a 6, but that's okay. It can have one of those. That was exciting for a moment. Okay, I might as well... Aha, this 2 by 2 has become spicy. Because now this 2 by 2 needs to have a blue, and that blue can only go there. So this cell is definitely blue. You can tell from the tone of my voice that I was excited because I thought that was going to do something. And then you could probably even hear the disappointment start to creep in as I was explaining it and realized it wasn't going to do anything. But hey, a color is a color. This is blue-orange because I've already got both my yellows in the row. So this can only be blue or orange. Means one of these is yellow, but that's not so exciting. One of these 2 is yellow, I suppose. One of these 2 is yellow. It means that one's not yellow. I don't know that I want to mark that. I'm not quite that desperate yet, but give it time. I'll be that desperate. I have both my oranges in this column, so I know that these are yellow or blue, but I can't actually put a red line through them. Because I don't know that they're different yellow blues, at least not without further contemplation. Let's see. This is certainly the other yellow orange than that one, if I want to mark that. I maybe do. I'm a little worried here that I'm going to get a little lost in my own notation here and suddenly be unable to actually make any coherent claims about this puzzle whatsoever. So that is what I am working on, trying to avoid. Yeah, one of these is a 5 or a 6, but I don't know which one. Could be the 3. Let's see. Okay, I will squint and I will find something. One of these is high. Could be a 5 or a 6. Ah, okay, there we go. Okay, so that's the key. In this 2 by 2, one of these 2 is high. But they can't both be high because it would break this X. So given that I need to put 2 highs in this column, where's the other high going in the column? Well, not there. So the other high in the column is going there. And so now that I have done this, I can now see that this 2 by 2 tells me that's not orange. And so then my red line tells me this is not yellow. So I now have this. Okay, so we've made some progress. I can reveal that by far the most stuck I have ever been on a adventure puzzle was on a puzzle by Jaze. So it is me getting stuck again on a Jaze puzzle is just beautiful drama. Okay, so this is also yellow or blue, and these are a yellow-blue pair I now see through the medium of this X. This X now actually is going to get a little resolved. Actually, no, this X is now actually going to get super resolved because now I need one of each, so neither of these is blue. And so that becomes yellow, and now this red line now through the magic of the red line notation tells me that that is 6, and this is not 6. Okay, this 2 by 2 has one of each, so no huge worries there. Oh, this orange sees a 6 in the row, so it's a 5, and we're excited to see that. These are only yellow or blue, if you look at the row, because I've used all the oranges. And now this 2 by 2 needs one of each, but it's got a yellow and a blue. By the way, By the way, I can red line these two because I know this is a yellow and a blue. So there's a yellow and a blue left in the row. But what I need here is an orange for lots of reasons. One of which is that I've already used the 2 blues for this region. The other of which is that this X desperately needs an orange and it can only get one there. And that orange is a 6 by the magic of Sudoku. Okay, so we've got that. So that makes these a blue-yellow pair in order to make this X happy, which then makes this orange in order to make this X happy. Okay, this X, it needs an orange here for sure. And that orange is going to be a 6 by the column. So one of these two is a 6, which then by the magic of the inchworm tells me that this is a 5, just because that's sort of the... Unless you see a sickle. If you see a sickle, that's okay. But there's already a 6 in the column, so that's got to be the 5 coming on over there. So we're slowly inching our way here. This 2x2 now needs an orange there. And now I see a fancy trick for what this orange is. I'm trying to see real quick if I know a less fancy... Oh, I know a less fancy trick. I was about to give, for those of you who are friends of the Zach, I was about to explain to you that a Zackwing would do this, but we can do it less complicatedly. This cell is orange and it's in this region, so therefore this is not a 6, it's a 5. And that's a 6. And now that has finally chased where the 6 is that was up here, you might recall from earlier stories. So that is a 6. This is blue or yellow by the column because we've used all of the oranges again. This 2x2 now needs an orange, so that orange goes there. And that orange is a 6 because of that 5. So now this 6 goes down here and is orange. I will pre-orange it just to avoid any coloring incidents. And so now this and this both see both oranges, so they're certainly blue or yellow, and we can contemplate which one they are in a moment. This 2x2 now calls to me. And it calls to me because it's got 2 oranges and a yellow, so it needs a blue. So that cell is blue. And here is where I again benefit from the red line notation, which is that this is one of each of blue and yellow, and this is blue. So that's all the blues for the row. So therefore, this can't be blue. This is yellow. Again, using the fact that there's 2 blues and 2 yellows and 2 oranges in every row, column, and region. I can use that same exact trick now to get this cell because this the inchworm has a yellow here and a yellow here. That's both yellows, so this can't be yellow. It's blue. And now that I know it's a blue, I know it's a 2. That's both blues for this column, so now this is yellow. Take 2. Now that's both blues for the column, so now this is yellow. And since this is yellow, by the magic of red line, this is not yellow. And so that is a 3. Now, there are a whole bunch of ways I could say this, but the way I'm going to say it is place a 2 in this region by Sudoku. The 2 in this region can only go there. So we've got that happening. Okay. What else do we have? I know one of these... Oh, actually, sorry. Let me do the easier way. This row needs a blue because it's got everything else. And that blue is a 2 because there's a given 1 there. Okay, where are my other conspicuous 2x2s? Right, this 2x2 now needs an orange, and it can only go there. And that orange is a 5 because of stuff, because of this 2x2. So now that 5 gets chased up to there. And now everything left in the grid is yellow or blue because I've placed all the 5s and all the 6s. So I can do that just for my personal sanity. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure I gained sanity by yellow bluing every cell, but we'll go with it. This 2x2, though, is now spicy because this can't be yellow anymore. It needs to be blue. I could have also done that by using my red line in this snake region because I already had a yellow, so this had to be a blue. Okay. I can do the same thing I did with the 2 down here, but spicier, because I can now ask where the 3 goes in this triangle region, and it can only go here. And the reason why I say that's spicier is here I already knew this cell was blue. I was just writing a 2 into it. Here I didn't know this cell was yellow until I put a 3 in it. But I need to put a 3 in this box somewhere, and it's got to go there. So in fact, this cell's actually yellow now. It's a 3. So I've got that going on. Let us look for 2x2s again that might potentially tell me the nature and purpose of reality. This 2x2 tells me that this cell's not blue, it's yellow. And so we get that. And so now this 2x2 tells me that this cell's not yellow, it's blue. And so now I've got both the blues in this row, so this is yellow. And beautifully, I know this is a 1 now. So these are both yellows. I'm attempting to avoid ketchup. We may not be able to avoid ketchup, but I'm trying my best to avoid ketchup. If we end up ketchuping everything, just know that I tried my hardest. And I'm going to pull out the tea, risking disaster. Aha! The tea has helped because I have seen that this 2x2 exists. This 2x2 has just orange and yellow, so therefore that needs to be blue. And then by red lineage, that needs to be the other one. That needs to be yellow. And so that is in fact a 4 because there's already a 3 in the region, which makes that a 3 and that a 4, which makes that a 3 and that a 4, which makes that a 3. Okay, that was good. And now we get to do my favorite trick. And I'm glad I'm doing this on video, so no one in chat can spoil this. This cell is purportedly blue or yellow, but it can't be yellow because if it were yellow, it would be a 3 or a 4, but it sees both. So it's not yellow, it is blue. And then by the power of lineage, that is yellow. And now if I look at... I was going to say something that turned out not to be true. Let's see. Let's fill in some more blue. So that's a 2 and a 1. And that's a 2. And so that's a 1 and a 2. And that's a 1. And now we get to repeat the trick with this cell, which purportedly is yellow or blue, but can't be blue because if it was blue, it would be a 1 or a 2, and it sees both. So it's not blue, it is yellow. And so that's the last yellow for this pyramid-shaped region. So that's the 4, and that's not the 3. It's the 2. There we go. The 2 of zetas. This 4 looks down and gives me a 3 there. And now I have a little bit of coloring to figure out here. I've got both the blues in the column, so this isn't blue. I've got both the yellows in the column, so this isn't yellow, or alternatively use the red line from before. And so that is 1 and that is 4. And you could tell from my tone of voice, I thought I was finishing, but it was because I had this sneaky little red line up here that I have not actually figured out. But I certainly can figure it out because I've got both blues in this column. And now once that's yellow, that means that is not yellow. I can get rid of this red line. And now I think we can finish this up a 4 and a 1. And there we go. Lowest entropic state by Jaze. So thank you, Jaze, for the puzzle. Thank you all for viewing. I'll say hi in the comments. So if you say hi to me, I'll say hi to you. I will certainly be walking around. And once again, I hope Ranks feels better soon. I love guesting on these and sharing these with you. And so I'm sure I'll be around again in the future. But for now, I'm Zeta Math Does Puzzles. If you want to follow my stream, it is youtube.com/Zeta Math Does Puzzles. I stream a couple days a week, as does my husband. So I hope to see you there. or in the comments. But enjoy your Sudoku adventure. I hope you continue to have fun with Sudoku. I have really loved doing it all of the time I've been doing it. But thanks for watching. Bye for now.